The man who police say suffocated his wife has hired a prominent attorney and wants a lower bond. Investigators say Stephen Miller, charged with murder, attempted to cover up his crime by reporting to police his 57-year-old wife, Gloria, had mysteriously disappeared. They claim he admitted to killing her after hours of grueling testimony. And Miller hired Ozark attorney David Harrison, who promptly requested a hearing in hopes of reducing Miller's $1.5 million bond. Now, Harrison also wants a pre-trial hearing where the lead investigator would testify. Harrison has represented several high-profile clients, including Coley McCraney, charged with killing two Dothan teens, and Carl Harris, who Ozark police wrongfully arrested.